Good Thursday evening. You're watching DC News Now at 6. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
And good evening. I'm Chris Flanagan. Begin now at 6 with breaking news out of Anacostia in southeast DC, where a special officer has been shot at a library. We just learned in a news conference from DC police that woman has died.
Yeah, so these are live pictures from the scene right now. Like Chris just said, the officer was a woman. We're also learning from that press conference that it was a library police officer who was shot. There was training that was happening on the lower floor of that library. A retired Metropolitan Police Department lieutenant officer was contracted by the library to do this training. Apparently, he was the one who shot at that female officer.
That's right. It's all happened about 4:20 this afternoon. Again, a live look right here at Anacostia at the library outside. You see the police crime tape up there. We know that retired officer, lieutenant, retired 2 years ago from the force. He has been taken, according to D.C. police, is being questioned now, has been taken to the homicide office of the MPD. They are not releasing the woman's name pending notification of her family. And the chief there is saying they don't know why there were live rounds during that training session, which was happening in the lower level conference room at the Anacostia Library this afternoon. But again, we do know a library officer has been shot and killed by a retired D.C. police officer. Our Dave Laval is on scene right now gathering more information. We will go to a retired MPD officer, make sure that's to clarify that it was a retired MPD officer. But our Dave Laval is at the scene right now gathering information. We will go to Dave live momentarily with more information.
Yeah, moving on now. Fairfax County Police have released body camera video that shows a fatal shooting of a man in a mental health crisis, and that was in McLean, Virginia.
Yeah, Max Marcilla covers Northern Virginia for us and was at today's news conference. And Max, a lot of new information released today.
That's right. Not only was the body camera of the officers involved released, but so was the audio of a 911 call and the questioning police officers did when they got to the scene. Now, that 911 call was with 26-year-old Aaron Lynch's sister's boyfriend. And then the police met with the sister and her boyfriend later. The boyfriend in that call said Lynch was a little frazzled and mentally unstable. What you're seeing here is when police entered the house, they saw Lynch holding two items, a wooden decorative tribal mask. You just saw him throw that at the officers and a champagne bottle. So you see Lynch then approached officers, ran toward officers with the bottle. Police say he was swinging it. That's when two officers used their tasers. A third officer fired 4 shots, shooting and killing Lynch. Now, it is important to note that there was no mental health clinician on this scene, even though about an hour and a half earlier there was a call regarding Lynch and one was arrived with that call. Now, all 3 officers who were there were trained in crisis intervention. The one who fired those shots, striking and killing Lynch, was identified as Edward George, a 10-year veteran of the department.
But our clinicians' training and experience would obviously be at a much higher level. So in the event that it's safe to communicate and safe to negotiate, that clinician would be there to help us do just that.
Now, there is Police Chief Kevin Davis right there during a press conference earlier this afternoon. He said there's only one clinician for the entire department allowed and able to ride along with police officers. He says there's about 33 calls every single day for mental or behavioral health crises. Again, only one clinician for about 33 calls each day. Now, we are just receiving a statement from the family of Aaron Lynch. His parents, Pat and Kathy Lynch, releasing this statement. They say, in part, we mourn the heartbreaking loss of our son, left with only memories and regrets. They also said, quote, had we known there was any possibility that the police responding to the second 911 call would use lethal force against Aaron during a mental health crisis, we would not have had them involved. We're learning more from the family, and we will have a full breakdown of the video and what the police chief said in your later newscasts. But we'll send it back to you for now. Live in Fairfax County, Virginia, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Max, thanks for that update. Meanwhile, new developments in the case of a Montgomery County mother accused of killing her own 2 children. Catherine Hoggle's attorneys argue she is not fit to stand trial, but the children's fathers say it's all an act. Hoggle appeared in court this afternoon. The state asked for the judge to question her to help determine her competency. Her 2 children, Sarah and Jacob, disappeared back in 2014. Their father said after court today he's desperate for the case to move forward so he can get some answers.
We're going to move forward, and we will do anything that we can do to assist in getting the truth about my children and bringing them home, and as we always say, in whatever capacity. The fact of the matter is, we have 2 kids that we have not seen in almost 8 years, and we are hoping to get some justice for them, and the first step is to get to competency and get through this part.
The hearing was continued. The tentative date for the next hearing is October 7th.
And abortion rights are under attack in states that have trigger laws, and Corey James tells us what local Maryland officials are doing in response.
In the fight for abortion rights, Montgomery County is advertising itself as a safe haven for businesses. Mark Elrich and other Maryland lawmakers have sent letters to businesses in abortion-unfriendly states like Texas and Missouri. The letters call Maryland and Montgomery County a welcoming and diverse place.
I also call for an effort on our county's part to proactively go after businesses in states that have restrictions. Most recently, my officers, along with Delegates Kelly and Lutke, have reached out to key companies headquartered in cities like Austin, Dallas, Louisville, and Kansas City. If there's a chance that company leaders are exploring a move out of those states, we want to make sure that they know that Montgomery County is a place they can come to where we do value a woman's right to choose.
The state of Maryland's Abortion Care Access Act went into effect in July. And the bill provides more funding for training in abortion care and requires insurance companies to cover the procedures. Corey James, DC News Now.
Corey, thank you. And also tonight, a former D.C. principal was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for embezzling funds. Now listen to this. According to DOJ, Bridget Coates took $175,000 from St. Thomas More Catholic School for about 5 years, from 2012 to 2017. Coates used the money to buy designer clothes and also to qualify for a home mortgage loan.
And breaking tonight, the White House declares monkeypox a public health emergency. So by declaring an emergency, it'll free up federal funding and resources to fight the virus. According to the CDC, there are more than 6,600 positive cases across the United States. Here in our area, Washington, D.C. has 257 cases, Maryland 157, 105 cases in Virginia, and West Virginia has 3 cases.
And Virginia Senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine applauded the passage of the Public Safety Officer Support Act, and they're urging President Biden to take swift action to sign the bill. Now, this would create opportunity for officers to seek disability benefits for PTSD and also extend death benefits to the families of officers lost to trauma-linked suicide. Now, the legislation comes in memory of Howie Lee Bengood and Jeffrey Smith, who took their own lives after being on duty during the Capitol riots.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Janessa Webb. We do have a first warn DMV weather day due to some severe weather that has picked up across the DMV earlier this afternoon. Nothing on the severe side right now, but definitely noticing the rumbles of thunder across the district. And you can see this one lonely cell, which was a downburst impacting parts of Alexandria. And this is a gust front associated with that, and that's why we're seeing cooler temperatures. Nothing severe, but heavy rain making its way across Washington to Arlington as well. Even out towards East Riverdale, you're seeing some spotty showers, and lightning going to continue to be a big issue across the district for at least the next 10 to 15 minutes. Now, this is currently out of our area, Prince George's County, dealing with this massive line of storms, but no longer on the severe side as it makes its way into the Baltimore area. I do want to look at the larger scope of things. We do have the backside of that front that we are going to continue to watch, and more stormy conditions will make its way in throughout the overnight. Also, the big weather story is the heat humidity. It has built this afternoon, and we have more storms and flooding rain in the forecast. We'll discuss that coming up.
All right, Janessa, thanks. Still to come on DC News Now at 6. WNBA star Brittany Griner finally discovers her fate after a Russian judge sentenced her for violating Russian drug laws. How long she'll be behind bars and the effort to get her back home.
This is a very, 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 very big deal.
And Democrats are hopeful now that Biden's economic and climate agenda will have a chance of passing the Senate. We've got a live report coming up.
And we're staying on top of that breaking news. Right at the top of this newscast in Anacostia, a special officer was shot and killed this afternoon during a training session. A live look right now at the scene. Still a very heavy police presence there. We have multiple crews gathering more information. We'll have those breaking developments coming up.